Welcome, ABE students. If you are watching this, you have signed up for the Fall 2 session. And I just want to say welcome, and I'm making this quick message to help you get started on the right foot here at ABE and just give you some important information that'll help you as you're taking your courses and making up your credits here. The biggest information you need to know right off the bat is that our session is only 6 weeks. It's not a lot of time, and it goes from Monday, October 25th through December 9th, which I believe is a Wednesday. So it's a short time to earn those credits, get closer to your goals, and classes are offered at ABE Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Make sure you're checking your calendar and your schedule to ensure that you're here the days you signed up for. Let's take a look at a few more things. So first, the biggest thing about ABE is be consistent and participate. If you are here, if you're in attendance, you get to your goals faster. It's just been my experience over the 10 plus years that I've been here that the people that are in the building get stuff done faster than people who aren't. Participate when your instructors ask you to do things. That's all what it's all about, especially if you're in the in-person classes. Plan your rides ahead of time. Make sure you can get here. Make sure you're organized. And on your long days, a big thing is bring a healthy snack. Bring something to eat. So you can be participating and you can be ready to do what the teachers ask when you're here at ABE. Just those few simple things can really help make the difference because half the battle for a lot of us is just getting through the door. Once you get in the door, you can make things happen. Speaking of getting in the door, let's take a look at our attendance. And when I'm speaking about attendance here, I'm thinking about our in-person classes. That's where the teachers are instructing, they're building off their lessons, and the attendance is really important in these scenarios. So once again, session's only 6 weeks, so we're not getting a lot of classes with you guys. So if you miss more than 2 days of a class, expect to have an intervention meeting with your teacher and try to work out a way to how you guys can proceed and be successful here at ABE. A couple of those options, what it might look like is maybe you missed a bunch of time and so maybe you stay in the class but you only earn a partial credit. Or maybe you just can't make the time anymore so you need to move to an independent study lab. Or maybe you're just making up work before class or after class or another predetermined time. And there's other options too. You're going to talk to your instructors about this, but make sure that you're here because if you start missing a bunch of classes, we really need to adjust our expectations and make a situation or a scenario that works best for you. Another thing, over-communicate. Communication is so important in ABE. It helps us understand where you're coming from, and it also allows you to have clarity in what you need to do in order to meet your goals. Biggest thing for communication that I want to see is that if you're not going to be in class, let your teacher know and ask what you can do to stay on track, get assignments, do what you need to do so that you're not lost the next time you come to class. How are you going to communicate with your teachers? There's a couple ways. You can use the Schoology Messenger feature. You can email them, you can give them a phone call, or you can even send a remind text. There's plenty of ways to get a hold of ABE to let us know that you're not going to be here and let your teachers know that you're not going to be in the room. But it's important that you do that. Now, independent study. Now, remember, independent study, it's so important that you have to be here during the lab times. When you sign up for an independent study, you're signing up to be here during the lab times. Check with your instructor every time you come into the lab. Sometimes they can be busy. Make sure your instructor sees you. Make sure you guys are having a conversation about your goals and what's going to happen and where you're at. My head's too big here. If you can't make a lab, make sure that you send a message to your instructor, updating them on your future plans and your progress. Once again, doing that in Schoology is a great way to stay in communication with your teacher and let them know what's happening. And the hardest part, managing your time. Independent study is not a silver bullet. A lot of people pick this option because they think, oh, it's going to be easier. I can do the work on my own time and I'm going to do it all at once. And it doesn't happen that way. So being a really good time manager is super important during this time, and it is the hardest part of the independent study. It's not the coursework. It's getting up, finding the energy to work on your schoolwork and making sure that you can get all the coursework done within the 6 weeks. Oh, too fast. The next thing I want to tell you is sign up for Remind. If you haven't done that yet, it's part of our registration process where it allows me to keep you up to date on important announcements and deadlines. What you need to do is you can text the course code, which is right here, to the number 81010. Do that and you will be signed up for Remind. You do not need to download the app. Just sign up for the course. They may ask you your age. They're just verifying that you're over the age of 13 because if you're not, you need a parent to help approve you to join Remind. It shouldn't be a problem for us at ABE. But this is a huge way to communicate with you guys, and it helps you remove excuses. You know, I'm going to put out as much information as I can and let you guys stay up to date with what's going on, and then we can go from there. But please do that. Finally, last thing, don't give up. Don't quit when things get hard, because things will get hard at ABE. And it's, once again, I don't think it's the coursework necessarily, although those are challenging things too, but it's the consistency of being there after school or the daily grind of getting to school every day. And those things get hard, and don't quit, because everything you do at ABE counts. And even if you maybe can't make it for a whole session, even if you made it for half a session and did half the work, we can award you at least a partial credit for your time and effort. So don't quit when things get hard. Don't throw up your hands and leave. Stay in touch with us and let us know how we can help. That's all I have for right now. Let's have a great Fall 2 session. If you ever have any questions, please don't be afraid to reach out to me either at my office. You can email me, send me a message and Remind, and I will help you with anything that you need in regards to registration, credits, anything with ABE. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks.